Welcome back. You're watching Big Deal, and let's take you through the biggest merger that got announced in this particular week. India's largest bank is set to get even bigger. State Bank of India has announced the swap ratio to merge 5 associate banks and also Mahila Bank with itself. Post this merger, SBI will be 5 times bigger than its nearest rival ICICI Bank. And CNBC TV 18 spoke to the managements of the companies and also the analysts, and the sense that we got is that pretty much most of the ratios that have really come up in the listed space are neutral to both the parties, so not in favor of a particular party here.
So if you see the NPA levels actually between the SBI and the consol book, there is a difference of about 50 basis points.
Piramal Enterprises is all set to acquire 100% stake in US-based contract development and manufacturing firm CramSpace Ash Stevens, and the all-cash deal is valued at nearly $43 million, in addition to an earn-out consideration which is capped at $10 million. But this may be a small size deal, but we spoke to Ajay Piramal right after this transaction. He didn't hint that he is looking at more acquisitions in the CramSpace, and that could be of bigger ticket size as well.
We will continue to look at acquisitions. It may not be oncology. It depends there are many areas that we will look at. If you see our growth, even in the past, our history has been to grow both organically as well as through acquisitions. And we will continue to do that in the pharma space.
And finally, the deal which could be in the pipeline, a mega merger between 2 D2H players, which will create the largest direct-to-home player in the country with market share of over 45% stake. CNBC TV 18 was the first to report this, and now it's also looking like it's getting closer to the final announcement very, very soon. We gather that Dish TV and VIDEOCON D2H merger is in the final stages, and the contours that we gather from people in the direct knowledge of that particular development is that VIDEOCON D2H could be valued at close to $1 billion as per this transaction in terms of enterprise valuation of the company. Now, the swap ratio we gather is close to about 4:5, where VIDEOCON D2H, which is listed as ADRs on NASDAQ, will have each ADR reflective of 4 equity shares, which means its equity valuation could be about 5,000 odd crore rupees, and it has debt of close to 1,600 crore rupees. So a little above 6,500 crore rupees is the valuation of VIDEOCON D2H. It will be merged with Dish TV as part of the deal, is what we gather, and those details and the announcement could be expected anytime soon, is what we gather. All right, so that was a snippet of exclusive information for you on Big Deal. But with that, I'm afraid it's time for curtains down on this particular show. But we'll keep you up to speed with all the deal transactions every week. So stay tuned to CNBC TV 18.